Hello, welcome to Quest for Thunder. I'm Mark. My wife Jean and I are refitting our 1983 Pearson 422, and we're glad you've joined us. If this is your first time visiting Quest for Thunder, please consider subscribing and clicking the notification bell so that you'll receive notification when we upload new content. Again, we're glad you're here. Welcome to Quest for Thunder and enjoy the video. Thank you. Well, Quest for Thunder. So, as we tackle projects as they come up, we're still trying to move through some various projects that we've started. The propane system, I had to wait for a new regulator valve to come in. I had to purchase a new one. The old valve is here. You can see it's pretty well pitted, and then about where the threads are, it's pretty bad shape there. Just old. I mean, I wouldn't want it to fail, and so I had to get a replacement. Of course, if you buy something like this at Marine, West Marine or someplace like that, it's going to cost you a fortune. This piece right here through Trident Marine, which is what West Marine sells, is about 90 bucks or so, 95 bucks. This is a replacement. Same diameter opening, same basic design, fittings all fit, vented. Basically the same low pressure regulator for the propane system. This ordered through Home Depot, right? This is what they use on barbecue grills, etc. So it's the same basic stuff. Under $5. Under $5. So West Marine, 95. Home Depot, under 5. What can I say? So, had to wait for it to come in. It finally came in. So I'll be able to get the rest of the propane system back together and get that set up. The solenoid does work. I tested it the other day, and it does click on and off like it's supposed to. I got power to the little panel over there, so that's a good story. When we put the system back in operation, we had some leaks, and I'm assuming they were coming from the bad threads on this and some of the fittings over there. Some of the old bronze fittings need to be cleaned up, so I've cleaned them all up, and I've gotten them all ready. I'll Teflon tape them and get them reinstalled and get the system back up. That'll be good. In the meantime, we've been trying to put our water system back online so that we'd have fresh water on the boat, which is important if you want to use the boat for any length of time. You don't want to have to carry a lot of water around in jugs. I've got a 180-gallon water tank here, and the problem is, well, let me show you what the problem is. Here's the issue. That's the access port. Remember, I said this is a 180-gallon tank. So this 180-gallon tank extends from the base of the mast, which is right over here, base of the mast, goes from this settee on the port side all the way over to that settee on the starboard side, and then it runs all the way back behind the stairs where you see that open compartment. The water tank ends right there. It's underneath these stairs all the way over here, all the way to this settee, to the nav station, under the floor here, and then back all the way back over here. So that's the water tank. The only access is right there. Okay? Give me some scale here. This is my hand, and this is the thing. So that's my hand, and that's the opening. My hand barely fits in this blooming opening. There is no way to get an implement in there to clean the inside of this tank. And even if I could get an implement in there, I cannot reach all the way back there, and all the way over there, and all the way over here, and all the way over there. Oh my goodness. So what am I to do? Well, I don't know. I do not know. That's the dilemma that I'm left with. It does need to be cleaned out. It's got some nasties in there. I don't see too much mold or anything like that, but there's some sediment and some other things in there that need to be cleaned out. So here's my plan. My plan is half complete as this plan is. It's the only one I got, unless somebody wants to chime in. I am not, not gonna enlarge that hole, because first of all, I couldn't enlarge it enough to make it worth the trouble because of the way this thing is built into the underside of the floor and how it's framed. So even if if I put the largest hatch I could that fit in there, it still really wouldn't serve me that well. I mean, it would be better probably than what it is, but I mean, the work to do it, it's just no, I don't want to do that. So that's that. And then the other thing, I guess, I mean, I can get a hose in there with a spray nozzle, like one of those sweeping nozzles with the real heavy spray on it. Stick that in there, turn the water on, and then shoot the sides with the spray nozzle, with the sweeper nozzle, the high pressure stream of water, to try to you know, dislodge any sediment or anything that might be loose, particulates on the walls, and then the floor, and any crevice. I just move it around. I mean, blindly, because obviously I can't get my head down in there to see where I'm shooting it at, or aim it at anything, and just kind of agitate everything down there, see if I can get stuff into suspension, and then turn the pump on and pump it out, and then do that a couple of times to at least get some of the, and maybe use the shop vac right here and get some of the sediment out. And then then I guess the only other thing I can do to make sure that it's safe to drink is to use some bleach to disinfect it, kill anything, microbes, or algae, mold, anything that might be in there. Kill that by using some bleach. So I did a little research, and based on what I've read, I need about 50 ppm of a 5% bleach product. So a good household bleach like Clorox, it has 5% of the active ingredient in it. And then to achieve 50 ppm for 180 gallons in solution, I would need about 25 ounces of bleach. So I guess what I do is I empty that, well, the tank is empty now. I'd fill it up part way, halfway I guess, and put the bleach solution in there, and I could probably put a mop handle, like a string mop, a swab as we call them in the Navy. I could probably stick that down in there, and then I can move it just a little, just move it around to get the water to move around and kind of agitate the water a little bit so it's on the sides and the bleach solution is all mixed up. And then once I do that, press it up, fill it up the rest of the way with water, press it up to the top of the tank, and then turn on my pump and get it to flow into the lines. And once I can get water coming out of the lines that smells like bleach, turn off the pump, turn off all the faucets, and let it sit for 24 hours. And then come back and after that 24 hours and drain the whole tank, 180 gallons, drain the tank, and then fresh water in it again, slosh it some more, run it through the pump again, drain it. Probably take a couple of drains to get all the bleach out, and then you know, I should be relatively safe with respect to the disinfectant, the disinfecting of the tank. That's where I'm at. I mean, I don't know what else to do. So, got any comments? Got any suggestions? Put them in the comments. That's right for now. That's the plan. So, and the other thing, we took the boat out on the 4th of July, and I noticed that my compass at the helm had been leaking fluid. It was almost completely gone. That's the first time that's ever happened since we've owned the boat. We've owned the boat 3 years, a little over 3 years, and we never had fluid leak out of the compass. Never even had a bubble in there, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, it's half gone. So I contacted the compass maker, which is Ritchie. Obviously, this compass is probably original to the boat, so it's very old. It's an old model that they don't even sell anymore, I don't think. But I did contact them, and they said that they would refurbish the compass if I packaged it up and sent it in to them. They'd refurbish it, and the price seems pretty reasonable, a couple $100 for a complete refurbishment, bring it back to factory fresh. So that'd be good. I mean, these kind, if it's anything like the compasses, the Globemaster brand compasses that they're selling today, these compasses run $1,500, so $250, $300, whatever, to refurbish it, bring it back to factory fresh. It's money well spent, so I don't have to buy a new one. The Globe is pretty, it's crazed. It's obviously, it's been in the sun and it wasn't covered and all that sort of thing. So it really does need it. So anyway, so today, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try to agitate these sides with the hose and see if I can get some of this water tank to release some of its sediment, so I can get at least that out, and then remove that compass today. So anyway, that's what I'm up to, and so we'll talk to you later. All right, there's the system put back together. There's the new valve right there. This is the out. So this goes into the system. It connects with the other piping that brings the propane into the boat. This is the inlet. This runs to the tank. So that's all hooked back up. So all of this is ready to go. I just need to install it back into the system, and then hook it back up to the tank and pressure test it. So we're making progress. System reinstalled. New solenoid, new regulator, cleaned up fittings. Now I just need to seal up the openings here, and put a brace on this, and we all set. Nice to get this done. And it's hotter than you know what out here, so I'm gonna exit stage right for right now.